welcome back to another day of 31 Days of Horror. And today I'm excited to be talking about this film. I'm going to review Becky for you guys. And Becky was a movie that I saw the trailer a while back, and I've always been a fan of Kevin James. I like his comedy. I like his goofy, acting style and things like that. And I think he's really funny. And I love when comedians play bad guys. I don't know what it is about it, but sometimes it's like they have that dark edge, hidden down in there that comes out in these type of films. You've seen Jim Carrey do it in different films he's been in, like Number 23, or Cable Guy even was a great dark role for him. Even though it's still funny, it was very dark. And, then I think of like Ryan Reynolds in the Amityville remake. So I think comedians a lot of times are really good at playing that darker character. And it's fun to watch them get to do that. And Kevin James does exactly that in this movie. And when I'd seen the trailer for this film, I was like, oh, I cannot wait. That looks really, really cool. And the story looked good. And I like Joel McHale as well. So yeah, when this came out, I could not wait to watch it, and it did not disappoint. It lived up to every bit of the hype. I absolutely loved the movie. Lulu Wilson, the lead actress in this, I think maybe she's 14 or 15 years old. She was outstanding. Like I absolutely loved her character. She's a great actress. I can't wait to see more films that she's in and watch her grow as she makes more movies. But this movie, I don't want to spoil anything about it because you just have to watch it, but it is definitely gory. It has some crazy kills in it that are just super over the top, gory and stuff like that, which made it a lot of fun. And on the back here it says a gory, blood spattered fever dream take on Home Alone, and I agree with that. It does have some Home Alone type elements to it. And, any other film handled differently just to me wouldn't be as good, but since the actors did such a great job and were so believable, it was a great movie. And there's one guy in this, and I forget his name. Let me see if I can see it on here without taking too much time. I don't, but he is a giant, and he's been in movies. I think he was a wrestler, maybe in Canada, something like that. He had a wrestling career, but he's this big guy. I don't even know how tall he is. And he plays this big, kind of gentle giant type character. He's kind of fed up with doing these evil and bad things, and they've kind of stained him, and he doesn't want to do it anymore. So he's constantly this conflicted bad guy in the film that's bucking heads with Kevin James's character, and he was awesome. Like, I absolutely loved his character in the movie, and he had some great scenes, and there was some great stuff that happens with him. And so I will definitely be looking for him in more films. I know I've seen him in other stuff in the past, but really cool actor. And Joel McHale was great as the dad. But just a quick synopsis: this Joel McHale and Becky, father and daughter, are going to a lake house that they own, and you kind of find out that over the past, or they had lost his wife, her mother, to something like cancer or something like that. She died, and they do flashbacks to her in the hospital, and they of course loved their wife and mother, and are grieving from that. And Becky is grieving from that in a way where she's acting out at school, and she's kind of a troubled kid and things like that. It's changed her, you can tell. And Joel McHale's character, her father, has moved on, and he has found somebody who he wants to marry. And she is not about that at all. And they go out to this lake house, and she thinks it's just going to be them two for the weekend. And then here comes his new fiance and her son, this little kid. And those are your four, good guys characters in the movies, or in this movie, who, come in contact with these bad guys. So, and then, she gets mad at dinner one day, runs off, and in comes Kevin James's character, who's like a skinhead Nazi, has all these tattoos all over himself, this huge beard, doesn't even look like himself in this movie, and he was really great in this movie as well. Nothing funny about him at all. Super evil and menacing, and he has these henchmen. Some of them are kind of those bumbling type henchmen, like I said, these two other guys, and then the big guy is with him as well, who's kind of like his right-hand man. So they're looking for a key that they never tell you how he left in this house or what, but he had left in this house and he's been in prison, I think, for 9 or 10 years. So he comes back to get this key because this key unlocks something. And you never, they don't tell you what it unlocks or anything like that. It reminded me, much like in Pulp Fiction, Marcellus Wallace's, he wants his briefcase back, and they open it at that one part and it just glows. They don't tell you anything about it. There was always speculation that his soul was locked in there. It's not money, it's like his soul, which I always thought was a cool twist in Pulp Fiction to the story. And much like this, you don't ever get to find out because it's really not important what it does. It's more about the characters interacting with each other. And they proceed to, torture and try to get information about where this key is out of the family. And all the while, Becky has run off in the woods and is in her clubhouse, and they find out that, she's out there, and then all hell breaks loose when they go after her. So that's the movie in a nutshell. I won't say anything else just because there's a lot of surprises and things like that. But I highly recommend this movie. It's one of the most fun movies I've watched this year. I had a lot of fun watching this one. Well acted, super gory, a lot of fun. Definitely go pick up a copy of Becky. You can get it cheap too. I think it's like 13 or 14 bucks at Walmart. And it looks great on Blu-ray, and it's a great flick. And I'd love to see more from, I think it's kind of a directing team that directed this. Yeah, and I forget their names, but I'd love to see more films from them as well. So highly recommend Becky. Definitely check it out. If you like this video, as always, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I look forward to reviewing another movie and sharing it with you guys tomorrow. Take care.